Last time on Dice Funk.
Aren't you dead? I thought, is this not your head? Or do you have... What's happening?
Okay, so you slash through Peter with the axe baloney, obliterating the body, and what you see is snow and ice go in every direction as the illusion of Peter is dispelled, and all that is left is the rest of this construct, a result of the spell Simulacrum.
Yeah, we need to get going, team, go, and Juniper starts, power walking.
Treyan, upon reflecting upon his own upbringing, kind of what that kind of implicates and such, and reflecting upon how it relates to the Aetheropteryx, effectively doubles down internally on shrugging off the societal expectations he was raised with, and kind of embracing internally what he wants to be a better example for the pet, so that it can be the best that it can be, whatever it wants to be, effectively.
Oh my god, this is so awkward for me. I don't know.
That's what you say. You look at this person whose friends you killed and whose arm you lopped off, and you say, "This is so awkward for me."
Oh my god. Oh, this is so awkward for me.
I was gonna make a suggestion. I was like, I'm a rabbit. I'm not gonna be large enough for this. I was gonna be like, if you need some bones, I still have the rabbit's foot.
Yeah, I'd like to use one of the special magic bones to whittle a cool Piccolo for my mother who hates me.
One of the established powers that Sid likes to use is the spell Fly. And one thing we've talked about the last couple of episodes is that Zana is getting away because she can fly, and the Fortunato siblings can fly. And so it feels like a natural dovetail here, not intentional, not something I was looking for, but if she can cast Fly on some mounts here, and we can enter the end of the race, and it's just on little boy Justice to catch up or eat shit on his own terms.
Worst case scenario, you have a very easy, cushy job.
I reckon there ain't no cushy jobs at the end of the world. I suppose that's why the Trader God didn't finish their job. Maybe it was a bit harder than it looked. Y'all should give some thought to that before you do whatever you're gonna do. It's a lot of responsibility.
Well, we're heading to go make whatever it's gonna be. Do you have anything you want us to throw in the mix?
I want you to make a kind of place where people like me aren't necessary.
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. I take a chance, we start to dance, can see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates our senses. We can feel the heat, the chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning, might be burning, might be burning down. But we're a bonfire, I keep putting in, I keep putting in. Oh, we're a bonfire, I keep putting in, I keep putting in.
Look, I am here explicitly because I need the thrill of dice rolling and the fact that, my emotional investment can go on a roller coaster because of things outside of my control. That's the adrenaline fix I need.
Well, you've come to the right place, because last time on this adventure, we got ready for the final battle of the season. We're here. I don't know how many episodes it's going to take, but my hope is that this is the largest scale fight in Dice Funk history. So
I've already used one of my rage charges, and now I have anxiety about my last 3. I've been thinking about it for weeks.
I'm creeped out.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
I have that effect on people.
That's what I wanted. I just wanted to hear that.
Okie dokie. So Sid has enough fly to cast on 3 targets at the spell slots she has available. So she's going to use it on the Sweetheart, the dessert-themed deer that she rides. She's going to cast it on Walter's Displacer Beast and Buddy's Swag Tusk. There are not enough spells for Red's mount, the Zorblak. So she tips her hat to all of you and says, well, happy trails then. If you want your man, he's over at the reliquary. And she points, off into the distance, as she did at the end of the last episode. And so everyone mounts up and goes to fly there. You pass over some beautiful brownie plains. You see a little ice cream island. There is a sherbet forest. Some sorbet swamps.
The profiterole spires.
Absolutely. And in the distance, you can see the reliquary for this ecosystem, which is a gingerbread house. As you get closer, you see it is all damaged. It has holes in it. Part of it seems like it's on fire. It was clear there was a big battle here. And maybe you would consider just flying past. But then you see Spider. That is Little Boy Justice's mount, who is kind of milling around the entrance and maybe takes to the air to try to get your attention.
We should probably stop, shouldn't we?
Just wait. We're just gonna wave him over. Come on. Hey.
Yeah, Spider barks a few times and then
Juniper just puts a hand to one side and whispers, I mean, it's an extra health bar in the final fight.
Yeah, it's right. You're right. That's maybe we could use them as an assist, and we do a certain move and they jump in to take a hit for us. That's a pretty good idea.
How you doing, Justice, lad?
You say that to the horse creature, the black Pegasus with all the riot armor on, and it wheels around and leads you into the reliquary of the desert biome. And inside, you find Little Boy Justice's unconscious body, pretty badly beaten, to which Sydney the elf, who joined the party last season and is empowering various animals to fly with the fly spell, says, sorry about that. We had a little bit of a altercation.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. I know nothing of the altercation you had. I'm not surprised.
All right, well, that makes it easy. Thanks to this bone Piccolo you made me, I will now use bardic magic to heal this strange man. She casts Cure Wounds, playing a beautiful little song on the Piccolo, and Little Boy Justice, you have full health, and you awaken in the reliquary where Spider dragged your unconscious body after you got whooped for fucking with Sydney.
What? Hey, what's up, friends?
Have you by any chance had a big enough bonk to the head that, anything has changed, or are we still...
I specifically protected my head.
It's so funny you say that, because the way that episode ended was me saying, can I hit you in the head to revert your personality? And Sam said, no, I go down, I protect my head at all costs. I get hit every single other place but my head.
Look, you are correct, and that is fine, but Juniper, she's got to ask. She needed hope.
Wait, he's Little Boy Justice turns to Sydney and is like, wait, did you help me?
Yeah, I mean, don't get weird about it. I guess you had friends and you were on the level. I buried your helmet. Well, I buried Bronco's helmet. But if you want to come with us, we're all fighting together, so.
Okay. I mean, if you help me, then I guess you were telling the truth all along. I'm sorry for doubting you. I wanted to help. It's just that I don't know. My training kicked in, and all the body language reading skills that I've accrued told me that you were lying. You were displaying all the signs. You were fidgeting. Your eyes moved up and to the left. You had pointy ears. You were using lots of filler words like and.
Were you, by any chance, taught to assume that everything is a threat, perhaps, and to shoot first, ask questions later?
Yeah. You've been to similar training seminars.
I've heard of similar training seminars.
Oh boy. Sydney looks at all of you and just says, so you sure about this guy? We definitely want to bring him?
We're not sure, but we do want to bring him.
I still kind of feel like I owe this one something. I mean, he did save my life back when we were in a bit of a tight spot, so...
I just wanted to be a hero, but I mean, if the body language reading was wrong, then what else could that have been wrong about?
I mean, yeah, a lot of things. Sometimes people who are in the business of enforcing rules have many years of bad assumptions built up and sort of reinforced until they train future people to make bad decisions. Sometimes.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Someone should tell them.
Oh no, they've been told. They've been told.
At this point, Walter walks back from the inner sanctum of this reliquary and says, I am checking the coffin and the item and they are gone. On one hand, this is bad because our enemies are stronger now. On other hand, this is good because it appears they wasted much time fighting each other here. And Walter points up at the ceiling where there's a number of fiery blasts that have gone through the walls of the gingerbread house.
Does Walter already have a body part?
No.
And we have a body part, right?
Nope. You used the bones to make the Piccolo last episode. That was...
Oh, I thought we were just using one bone. Oh, one bone is all bone.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, once you don't have a complete set, you can't put a magic skeleton in someone.
Okay, whoa. Does that mean I can use the rest of the skeleton bones to make other materials?
Anything's possible. This is our last moment to do anything that isn't fighting or deciding. In fact, I want to open up this stage inside the gingerbread reliquary. If there's a conversation you want to have or a thing you want to do, this is the last chance you may get. After this, anyone could die, anything could change.
Can I make bone armor for my dodo who has eyes so void of intelligence that it'll suck people in?
Absolutely. Why don't you roll with
yeah.
your proficiency for your tools, because you are a carpenter. So,
Little Boy Justice is just re-examining a lot of things. He's basically just the meme of just found out about racism. Damn, that shit sucks, man.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, go ahead. I'll follow up afterward.
Go ahead, Sketch.
No, I was going to propose Treyan have a talk with Little Boy Justice, but we can wait till after you resolve this check.
Okay. 22.
all right, that's incredible. I think you can add an AC. This is to you and Dodo. You kind of share one stat thing, but you are going to be harder to hit in this fight, and you can tell me how that looks and if there's any flavor you want to add, but seems like an unmitigated success.
It looks really sick. So, what's that one Pokemon that has like bones on the outside? That's like all the Pokemon.
Cubone?
Not Cubone, but it was like its spine and everything was on the outside.
Oh, yeah. Dog with skeleton on the outside, kinda.
Houndoom, yeah. It looks like Houndoom, but it's a dodo. No. It's Mega Houndoom looking. Yeah, because that's cooler and more.
I'm glad it was a Pokemon, because I thought maybe you were thinking of Skull Greymon from Digimon, and that's quite an aesthetic to bring up at the end of the season.
No, I think that's a good aesthetic. I think we should delve much more into Pokemon aesthetic or Digimon aesthetics. Mm-hmm. I think we should really explore the entire range of Digimon fandoms and their aesthetics.
Like the coolest, most badass black metal looking body, and then out of the top is the dodo's head, just so stupid looking.
Just vacant
extremely
eyes.
cool. Yeah, vacant, no thoughts eyes.
All right, perfect. Anyone else? I want to say again, your last chance.
Treyan wants to walk up to Little Boy Justice, and as he does so, the little Aetheropteryx, the little Archaeopteryx, little dinosaur just sort of bound along with Treyan, hops and chirps at Little Boy Justice, even does little playful little gestures at him while Treyan starts talking. It's like, listen, man, Looks like you're kind of in a weird spot in your head right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll say, I just wanted to be a hero and fight bad guys. Now I'm finding out that, is that bad to do?
Well, here's how I see it. You don't need to fight bad guys to be a hero.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you saved my life. That involved you explicitly not fighting someone, but going out of your way to help someone who is in need of help.
Is fighting just, is this a bad thing to do?
Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta fight, but going out and looking for a fight is just, I don't know. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who you're dealing with. You never know what's going to happen to people around you when you go out looking for a fight. I mean, my friends and I got into some trouble when we were going around because, at least to some people's views, we were out looking for things to fight. And, that wasn't our intention, but people don't know your intentions. They just know your actions. And the only action I can say that you've done that came across to me as like, wow, this guy actually is a hero, was, you diving out of your way, going into that volcano and catching my body before I died for the 100th and second time, or whatever it was.
Yeah. No, that was pretty heroic. You know what? You're right. I need to make a change of my, I think I need to make some changes. I'm gonna be a firefighter.
That's a good one.
As long as you don't become one of those kind of firefighters that sets fires to then have fires to put out to feed a hero complex, we're all good.
That's an option?
No, it's not.
It's not an option. It's actually a theoretical bad thing that no one's ever done because it's
no one's
so
ever done it
bad
because it would be so bad. It would be the worst thing you could do.
Okay.
We all think about it because it's so awful that we we hope one day no one ever does this.
Right. You're like, it's like when you like you see a cop and you're like, don't take their gun. Don't take their gun.
Yes. Yeah. Don't take their gun. Yeah.
Out my window, as I'm recording this, there is a fire station. I live at the risk of doxing myself. I'm looking at a fire station right now, and they constantly play fire-themed music in a really threatening way. Like I went by there the other day, they were playing "Burning Down the House" by Talking Heads. One time it was "Fire" by Jimi Hendrix. Just always songs about fire, and it has such a threatening aura.
They should play songs like anti-fire songs.
Well, see, in my head, I'm now just picturing them playing "We Didn't Start the Fire" and not believing a word they say.
They're all just looking at each other, elbowing each other, just being like, "Not true, eh?"
Okay, well, Austin, can you put your mic up to your window and sort of catch some of that music, and then can I try and redecorate a spider to be firefighter themed instead of cop themed?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if there's a role for that, but in the way that Piccolo is customizing Dodo before the final fight, do you want to try to roll something here to give Spider a makeover?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I want to give him a big red hat, and then I don't know,
I mean, Optimus Prime, right? You're trying to Optimus Prime your Pegasus?
Yeah. Well, Optimus Prime, but then I don't know. I like the idea of it's still sort of Punisher aesthetic, except the target is there's a lot of labels on it to make it explicit that the target is fire.
Putting out the fire of injustice.
No. Justice was my old thing. Now it's fire. It's not about justice. It's about hating fire.
Hey, villainous bad people, they're sort of like a fire.
All right, roll.
My internet's bad. It's saying rolling dice.
Gosh.
2.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck, that's so funny. I think maybe it'll be a little bit more difficult to change gears. The roll 20 does not want you to have this.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I'm imagining just like hastily scribbled like in a Sharpie, just like sort of like Xing out some of the stuff, or like adding Spider looks like a Ben Garrison cartoon right now, like just covered in labels, being like, "This is about fire, not racism," and like just sort of like vaguely like sort of like a paper hat that's just like vaguely scribbled on with like a red Sharpie.
All right, incredible.
D&D is a beautiful game. Thank you all for playing with me.
Like he's gonna I'm gonna have to like explain the aesthetic a lot. It's not very clear. It kind of it low key looks like he's in like one of those like cop gangs.
Oh no.
The first round of H fight, you have to spend explaining Spider to people. Treyan will just look at this sort of perplexed and just be like, well, this still seems like an improvement, all things considered.
Little boy Justice is like gesturing to Spider, like
half-hearted, but thumbs up is given anyways. While the Archaeopteryx sort of just bounds over and just sort of like pounces at like little boy Justice's foot or something a few times.
I think Juniper wants to go head over to Piccolo and just say, before we go into this whole fight, I just want to say thank you. You've been really, really nice to know, and I hope we're all going to get out of this okay. But if we don't, it's been genuinely really nice to have met you, and I say that with zero caveats or qualifiers or anything. Just thank you. Thank you for being you.
Hey, no problem. It's all cool. Just chilling.
That you are. I think perhaps the only other thing Juniper's going to do before going to this last...
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm going to rip out a huge, cool cherry blossom branch and give it to you.
Heck. Nice.
Also, sorry, I just I put the thing in the Discord, but this is what Little Boy Justice is now trying to look like, a very like sort of half-assed cosplay of Billy Blazes from Rescue Heroes. But like basically, if Sam tried to make that cosplay with just the things that are within reach of me right now.
I like to believe it's made out of construction paper.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last thing Juniper wants to do before heading off to the end of this is to find somewhere perhaps to squirrel away the notes she's been taking throughout this adventure of all the various plants that she's found along the way. So that if she isn't to survive this, at the very least, someone in the party who does survive will know where to come back and find all the research that Juniper's basically dedicated her time up here to keeping track of.
Interesting. Are you going to do something similar, Little Boy Justice, when you see Juniper?
I'll mark that down on the maps.
Yeah, you will. Do we know? Is Little Boy Justice any better at drawing maps post head bonk? Have we found this out?
No, I'm not. I am actually worse than Bimble, but Bimble only rolled badly.
As you're marking down on the map where Juniper's notes are to be found, I think Buddy approaches you, Little Boy Justice, and says, "Hey, I'm not a fighter, I'm a researcher, so, I mean, my priority is getting the notes back to the old world, and if you're going to be a heroic fire guy, there's a chance you get, got in this upcoming fight with, like, a demon and a goo people and stuff, so can I hang on to your notes? Because I'm going to run away at the first sign of danger, and if you want those to get back, they will be safer with me."
Well, on the one hand, I want I want to help you out for sure, but also, I mean, these notes could be useful for like fires.
Fires need oxygen. Put the paper on top of the fire. You stop the oxygen getting to it.
That's very much like that one Twitch video of the guy trying to put a fire out, so he just gently kept putting cardboard on top of it until his house burned down. You all know what I'm talking about, right?
No. Buddy, who is made of plants, like looks down at himself and, his leaf hair and stuff and says, I am anti-fire as well. We're on the same page here. I'm just saying, I think they would be safer with me. I am going to risk it all for the biscuit all when it comes to getting those maps out of here, and you are not. So it seems like the right move. But, you're bigger than me, so I'm not going to be able to take them from you.
Like, where I think of it in terms of, like, for Little Boy Justice is that he, is, like, trying to be good, but also I don't think that it's, like, the idea that, like, knowledge would be, like, dangerously used by people back home is something that would, like, occur to him, or something that, like, he is an idea that, like, he would necessarily, like, agree with now. Like, I feel like he would be, like, too, like, optimistic to, or like would not sort of understand the bad implications that could have, is sort of where I guess he is at now.
There's a reason that Juniper specifically is burying those notes and telling people where to find them, but not sending them back to the university.
All the characters in the reliquary make their final preparations to finish the race. Walter takes off their, training weights to unleash their full power. Laser finishes moving the dress-up costumes for his various heads all around. So now one is the dandy, and another one is the clown, just a new orientation of those. Everybody's getting on their animals, getting ready to go. But Sydney walks over to you all, and she asks you a question that she actually asked Treyan's group once upon a time before a climactic confrontation. She says, in my culture, we used to worship a goddess called Sayanine Moonbow. And so we had an idiom. It's just a little thought puzzle for you. It goes, who owns the moon?
I mean, the moon's her own person. She probably owns herself.
I mean, whoever does own the moon, they better be, doing proper fire safety.
What is the moon's purpose in your culture? To help everyone? To be there? To be awed at? It's everyone can see it, right? So it belongs to everyone and no one. Maybe? I don't know.
It felt like you almost had something there.
I know. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I have something, but I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sydney will answer you and say the moon is an object of awe. It provides us of beauty, but also magic, practically speaking. It's, a source of a lot of wizardry. So it has both aesthetic and utilitarian value.
Is it right for anyone to lay claim on any part of the moon if it's meant for everyone, to help them and nurture them and help them grow?
The other characters take in your answers. Some like them, some don't. All these characters have different strong opinions on things. It seems like Walter, for example, is a big fan of what they've heard. We know that foot race they had with Treyan was a turning point in their relationship. Notably, Buddy and Laser don't seem particularly thrilled. And I'll actually say that you see Laser get on to Buddy's swag tusk at this point and is going to be riding with him for the race. But before you can say much else, Sydney mounts up on the Sweetheart and takes flight. It's race time. Well, let's go.
We all start following. Let's move.
Let's go. Let's get. I'm flying.
All right. Everyone takes to the air. At this point, you were in the reliquary long enough where there's like a slight, what appears to be a snowfall. But as you kind of like taste the air, you realize it's powdered sugar. coming down in gentle drifts. In the distance, you can see that the landscape changes, but you can't quite see yet in what way. Does anyone want to roll anything?
Man, I'll try and percept this.
Yeah, Treyan will try to perceive things. Oh no!
Oh, I got a crit.
And I got a
I guess I'll stop trying to perceive things now. We've got a crit 26 and a 27. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. There's no harm. Let's go.
Treyan's just flying.
Piccolo's too lost in thought about the meaning of their life right now.
Oh, I only got an 18 on perception. Oh.
Yep. 26 and 27, one of which is a crit, means the party passes with the flying colors. I'm going to tell you everything, which is that the desert biome is relatively safe from here on out. There's not going to be any major difficulties. But up ahead, you see the next ecosystem, presumably the last one before the end. And it appears to be a kind of desert. You see one thing is that the sun is very low. We talked before about how space seems really close to Arabella, like the stars and everything up there feels much closer than it should be. Here the sun is like practically hanging down, or it feels like you could almost touch it over this desert. But also with the crit, there are a number of whirlwinds ripping across the desert here, which seem to be an incredibly dangerous environmental hazard that you're going to need to weave through. But so that is the last created biome here. It's just this stretch of inhospitable desert with a low-hanging sun covered in what appear to be tornadoes.
Whatever scumbag's responsible for this is just asking for a fire.
You got a crit on your perception, which I think means you're going to get advantage, Little Boy Justice, on dodging these tornadoes. As you enter this ecosystem, you don't know what the god was, what they created it for yet. But if you want to dodge these things, dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I have advantage on dex. All right, okay. 22.
11.
All right, so Juniper and Treyan are going to take 12 damage as the razor sharp wind filled with all these particulate matters, this like sharp sand whips at you, and the party is scattered in different directions as you try to dodge these moving whirlwinds on this desert. A thing I will say is that Piccolo and Little Boy Justice are going to get out ahead here. Now, like the race order really matters from here on out. And in the distance, you can see what appears to be an aerial dogfight from the people ahead of you over the reliquary of this ecosystem.
This seems like our best opportunity to not get ourselves involved in that fight and go right past them.
Can I stealth and be a huge tree?
You can try anything.
One of those naturally occurring sky trees.
Yeah. 25. I'm a giant sky tree that nobody suspects. Mm-hmm. Yes. Everyone get behind me.
Juniper gets information behind the big sky tree.
Okay, and then I cast non-detect on anybody, you know. Oh, wait, you guys can't touch me, but whatever.
No, I'm getting under the sky tree.
Everyone else will need to roll stealth too. You don't just get Piccolo's thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're not touching.
I can roll stealth. Where's my stealth?
That'd be a 15 for stealth for Treyan.
9.
7, 15, and 9. Everyone but Piccolo fails. So the way this works is you all are weaving through these whirlwinds. Some of you get a face full of whipping sand and take some damage. But Piccolo, you and the dodo enter like the zero brain mode. You just completely empty your minds and become one with the environment, and you can slip by unnoticed. Everyone else, though, you are seen by this aerial dogfight over the reliquary, and you're close enough now that you can see who it is. It's Zana and Chad, who are fighting on the ham sect against the living Fortunato siblings. One of them was killed earlier. You found their body. In fact, Piccolo ate it, if you'll recall. They are on Brian, these kind of carnivorous plant mounts. But something has changed. Fortunato's body appears to be covered in a gingerbread skin, like she is now basically wearing, the skin of the god of dessert, who was a gingerbread man, and seems to be armored now. And you see Chad coming out of the reliquary here, wielding a weapon and not in Zana's body. It appears that he has taken the body part of this biome and is now inhabiting it, possessing it with his spirit. And it is appears to be a huge suit of armor, like 8 feet tall, like thick metal plates, wielding a morning star, a heavy spiked club.
First of all, I'm gonna take some responsibility. I probably should have turned off the sirens on Spider. So I'm sorry about that. That was a mistake, and I acknowledge that, and I'll do better. Also, I like the fact that, I was thinking about who the god was of the last biome. I was like, yeah, maybe it's like the god of good tidings, the god of reward. No, just the god of dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to do about the big suit of armor, but does anyone have some milk that we can use to defeat the gingerbread person?
Wait, no, are we against Fortunato or should we help Fortunato fight Zana?
Look, of the two, we should probably help Fortunato. I'm just spitballing thoughts.
Now I want cookies.
Two things here. One, Piccolo, do you leave this behind? You succeeded on stealth. You can just go.
We're gonna have to fight them eventually, right?
Well, the thing is, we've been seen. The question is, maybe do you go ahead and try and get to that final area before everyone else, while we who have been seen engage in combat, maybe giving you an opening to slip off?
I think our main threat is Zana. Everyone else's wishes are it's okay.
Well, you are correct, but maybe the best way to stop Zana's wish is to go make a wish first while Zana's stuck fighting?
I feel like if I just went ahead without everybody else, I would just get stomped because there's more monsters ahead of time. Right? They're not the last monsters.
Probably, yeah.
I stick with the group. You need a tank.
All right, little boy Justice, you're up first. There are 3 targets. One is the Fortunato siblings, who has kind of one shared health bar. There's Zana, who has the circulatory system of the god of nature, and now there's Chad, who has the living armor of the god of this biome, who you do not know yet. And they also he appears to be wielding the item from this biome, which is a giant morning star.
So yeah, I'm going to try and shoot at Zana. So I get a 13.
That's gonna miss. That's your longbow.
But I'm gonna do my second attack for that, and that's a 24.
All right, 6 damage. The first blood of the battle is you firing an arrow into Zana's body. The illusion of her half-elf self flickers, and you see the squirming meat underneath of all the veins and arteries. And she turns and looks at you and says, "Oh my God, rude."
I'm a firefighter now. I made the costume myself, but this is about fires instead of crime.
No one cares. Oh my God. This is so cringe.
It's not cringe. You know what's cringe? Not checking the batteries on your carbon monoxide detector.
Okay. It's now enemy's turn. Zana is now firmly locked on you, Korvok, and is going to hit her war gong, which she got back from Peter's corpse, and shatter you. Constitution save.
Oh shit! That's so that's a 20, but because I have the champion thing, a 19 counts as a crit.
You can't crit on a save.
Okay, well I just did.
Take that, Austin.
Take that, Jeremy Crawford.
You take 5 damage as a wave of thunder comes out of the war gong, and you hide behind one of the tornadoes that are on the battlefield as well. And it, absorbs a lot of the blow. I want to say you're still fighting in this desert. The sun is so large in the sky, it like blots out almost everything else above you. It feels like a ceiling as the heat is searing down on you. And you can see the reliquary below, now that you're closer, appears to be almost like an armory. It's like metal and severe. It has a very grim look to it. And you can see that there was a fight there. It has also been damaged as the, Zana's party and the Fortunato siblings were fighting there. It is still enemy's turn. So at this point, Chad is going to fly. He just like lifts off the ground and just shoots like Superman across the battlefield using the ability fly that we know Sydney has as well. And it's just going to Morning Star poor Piccolo.
Piccolo? What did I do? I haven't even moved yet. All right, what? What's the vibe?
I mean, the thing is, you had a chance to slip away and you came back, which is disgusting for a demon. You could have won and you chose not to.
Okay, they didn't even know I was there. They haven't noticed me yet.
Yes, they did. You chose to.
Okay, so what do I gotta roll?
Nothing. 21 and 17.
And the 21 hits, the 17 does not.
All right. Is that because of the armor on your dodo that you just added?
Yeah, so I have an armor class of 17 now instead of 16.
Oh, then that's a hit.
Oh, really? Okay. They both hit.
All right. You take 22 damage as the Morningstar takes a bite out of your bark, and it burns like hell. And Chad just says, "Sup, bruh? Nice to see you again. Can't wait to kill you."
No one can heal here, right?
Treyan can heal a little bit, but not a lot.
Using
Okay,
pussy
cool.
too, yeah.
That's right.
Now the Fortunato siblings enter this fight. They look around, see all the combatants. The person they hate more than anyone is Korvok, aka Little Boy Justice, who told them that they could have the nervous system and then took it for themselves. And so they're actually going to swoop up on their Brian and try to stab you in the back as you fight Zana. Ray of Sickness?
Is Ray of Sickness acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder?
Yeah, I think Ray of Sickness is necrotic damage. Let me double check here. No, it is poison damage.
Absorb elements is not effective for that, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ray of Sickness in the back, that's a crit.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You're going to take a assload of damage. Oh, my God. The terrible rolls there.
Mm-hmm.
You only take 12 damage, but you do need to make a Constitution save not to be poisoned. That could have went so much worse.
Yeah. Gosh, that's a theoretical maximum of, 32? So, yeah, that's well under half.
Okay. So, Constitution save?
Yep.
Let's go. 15.
That's going to do it. So they all start spraying gunk on you from behind, and they're just like, liar, betrayer. And it just is just the sick armor all over Spider, I guess, repels a lot of the poison, and you're just it doesn't hurt that bad. You feel it burning on your back, but it is not as bad as it could have been, which is turning you to fucking goo and juice on your saddle.
I'm like, there's fires to put out. I'm still working on, cool lines.
Jesus. Yeah. It feels like everyone's ganging up on Little Boy Justice. It's just you attacked Zana, which drew her aggro, and these people have a beef with you. So it's not, it's not personal. That's just how it shook
it really
out.
feels that way.
I'm sorry. Piccolo, it is your turn.
All right. I rage up. I'm raged. I let out a ferocious battle cry, ignoring Chad and going after Zana simply because I still got Peter's head dangling from my branches, and I just feel like I need to get revenge for the person who saved my life from slavery.
You take an attack of opportunity, moving away from Chad. 23.
What? I didn't even know I was near Chad. All right.
Chad hit you with the Morning Star.
Yes, it does. It hits my armor class.
All right, you take 10, presumably halved by your rage, so you take 5.
Are we ready? Can I attack Zana?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, do it.
Cool. All right. So I rage up, which means I can hit 3 times, so I'm going to roll to hit 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So I got a 32, a 29, and a 20. Do they hit?
Holy shit, all of those hit, yeah.
All right, so now because I'm raged, I get 1d12 plus 9 plus another 2. So that's 11. I'm going to roll that 3 times. 22, 14, 16.
Holy shit. Over 50 damage just going apeshit on Zana with this huge axe.
That's my whole turn.
Yeah, that's a good turn. That's a respectable crop of damage there.
It's a big hit.
And also I yelled at the Fortunato siblings, hey, we're just trying to help. You're making this really hard. We can talk about it later. Just focus on what we need to do.
Yeah, I don't think the Fortunato siblings actually haven't met Piccolo.
Are they going to be upset that I ate the slime baby, or are they going to be cool with it because now I'm part slime?
No, absolutely not. They're gonna fucking kill you.
Are you going to tell them you ate the slime baby is the question.
I mean, I'm not going to tell them, but nothing they do makes sense to me.
I'm imagining you just like stage whispering this.
They're like, why is this other team in the Super Bowl playing back and trying to score points? This doesn't make any sense. Why don't they cooperate?
Maybe if they got to know the other team, they realize they have a lot in common. Actually,
They during halftime they actually visited each other's locker room. Realized, you know what, we could all be winners. We could just decide we all win.
Maybe we share the ball.
We can share the bowl. There's enough bowl for all of us. We can.
no, like we all the teams have so much in common. Like we're all trying to get to the end of the world and like remake it how we want to. Like that's a big thing that we all share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting because I think the motivations this season, if anything, have been really specific as opposed to general, like in real history, where it's like anytime there is land, people are willing to kill for it at the drop of a hat. You don't need any kind of personal, like inner, relational motivations. People just do it. People kill each other over pocket change. So this is $100 trillion worth of land.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a lot of pocket change. How many pockets would you need to fill that?
Everyone takes combat so personally. like, do you all play Dark Souls?
It's almost like we're being attacked.
When you play Dark Souls, are you like, what the fuck are these skeletons' problem? This sucks. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I do. I get upset with them.
All right, Treyan, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to like the Zana's being ganged up on, and that's fair. But I think Treyan is going to attack the Chad, I guess. So Treyan's going to first make sure that the Aetheraptorix is like safely stowed in like the duffel bag or something, so that it's not out at risk. Draw out P2, and it's just going to go in after Chad to get a few attacks in. So first attack is a 12.
Miss.
24.
Hit.
All right. Oh God, that did not roll out correctly there. Why did that not parse out into? Okay, I'll just press this button here. All right, so that's 15 damage because Treyan is doing the sword two-handed. He is going to burn a key point to do a flurry of blows, so 2 more attacks. 20.
Hit.
And that's another 10. And then the last is 15.
Miss.
All right. So that's the first round of attacks from Treyan against the Chad. So he dives in. P2 glimmers with lightning as he makes a few slashes, attacking in the air with a sword. Not his standard mode of operation. So 2 of the attacks don't quite land, but 2 of them hit pretty true with large arcs of lightning dancing along the armor on Chad.
All right, yeah, so you're fighting this flying demon clad in armor with your sword. It's a pretty sick battle in the air. He's just flying around, and when you attack, he says, hey man, wow, sick gains there. Well, you work out, bro? What do you lift, like 450?
I mean, it's more leg press than benching, but you know what I mean, man.
Oh, you don't skip leg day. Yeah, I mean, everyone says that, but I mean, we know when it's really about the arms and chest, right? We're not supposed to say it, but it's true.
I mean, if for tone, maybe, but that's not my focus. You know, he actually like pats one of his like really strong thighs with a free hand before gripping the sword again. It's just like, that's sort of what my tournament days were all built on. So.
That last biome was quite a temptation, huh? All those sweets, the sugar, man. I wanted it so bad. And you two were just like chatting in the air, fighting.
Yeah, so they're just sharing like weightlifting and nutrition tips while they're fighting it out.
Absolutely, this is a demon bro and the most wholesome bro.
Oh, it's me now. You said we're surrounded by like tornadoes and all sorts of bad weather conditions, right?
Absolutely, there's dozens of whirling tornadoes here from the ground to the sun. Just a gauntlet of them.
Austin, would you say that we are outdoors in stormy conditions?
For you, Laura, absolutely.
Perfect. I'm gonna call lightning and aim it at Zana, which I get a little bonus damage because we're outside in stormy conditions.
Oh, quick question. Will I get hit?
Austin, can I choose a point I see within range that hits Zana but doesn't hit Piccolo?
Considering this is a high-flying aerial battle, I want Piccolo to make a dex save to not get hit by the lightning.
Okay.
I guess you have to make a dex save anyway as part of, how do I want to say this?
I have advantage on dexterity, so...
Okay.
Is it going to be doing that every turn, though?
If you're attacking Zana in an AoE, yeah. Like, normally on a graph paper, this wouldn't be a problem. But narratively, this is not the ideal place to be bringing lightning down.
If you have advantage on dexterity, I'm gonna take the gamble.
Alright.
So level 4 call lightning. I'm gonna need a dex save from you, but I'm also gonna need a dex save from Zana.
Okay.
All right. Boop, 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 boop.
Now? Or
19.
12.
Is that with your advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be half damage on Zana, full on Piccolo. I'm sorry.
And is this going to recur every turn?
I mean, in theory, I could point it at someone else in a future turn. I was really hoping to just do one big hit on Zana and like try and do some real big damage, but I apologize in advance for this. I thought advantage would make this safe to do. 23, so half damage to Zana, full to Piccolo. I'm sorry.
All right, everybody, strength saving throws as the winds buffet you on top of your mounts.
21.
22.
14.
Everyone is fine. Everyone holds onto the reins, and all your buddies keep you from falling out of the air. It's pretty rough up here, but the fight continues, and we're back to Little Boy Justice.
Okay. So, what are the rules in terms of like? I feel like this is like it's all like range combat. If I move or like switch when I'm fighting, is that going to like trigger like attacks of opportunity?
No, because you used your longbow.
Okay. Because yeah, I feel like I didn't realize that Chad was using a fire weapon. That changes things.
He's using a big morning star.
Didn't you say it like burns, like when it cuts?
I mean, that's like a descriptive of being hit with a spiky weapon. There's like, it's not fire. It burns because being gored by spikes burns.
Oh, okay. That was just a like trying to phrase.
As someone who has been stabbed, I would say
It's not
that is
fun.
No, yeah, I get it. I just think that like it's we shouldn't joke about fire.
okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Last minute hyperfixation. One more on the way out.
I'm just being myself. Okay. Okay. So fair enough then. As long as he doesn't have as long as Chad isn't wielding a fire weapon, I guess I'm gonna stick with going after Zana. I think I'm going to like try and like get in close and try and use some swords.
The problem is your target wasn't on fire, and fire is your only enemy now.
Oh, okay. So then I don't hit. None of them hit then.
Oh my god, I was worried about Zana for a second there. Everyone's ganging up on her, but these dice are really saving her ass. So she, elegantly dodges you, her and the hamsec twirling through the air. It seems like your blades like go through her neck and arms and stuff, but each time there's just the shimmer of the illusion, and you see that the veins underneath have moved away. And it is now her turn, and she says, "You all want to kill me so bad, it's embarrassing." And from the epicenter of her squishy body, where the doll resides, a wave of magic shoots out, and almost like a sea urchin covered in quills, arteries shoot out in every direction and attempt to impale everyone who's fighting her, which is Little Boy Justice and Piccolo. So, that's going to be an attack on you all.
That meets my armor class.
Crud.
All right. You both take 10 damage as veins and arteries impale you from every direction as she becomes the epicenter of a bloody porcupine style attack.
Oh, okay, I'm at 1/3 of my health now. I cannot stop getting wrecked.
Meanwhile, Chad is going to swing at Treyan with the Morning Star.
Nah, both of those miss, and Treyan will just kind of like, hey, you gotta watch out if you're working on your arms and chest too much. That might limit your range of motion. You're using your back too much in those swings. You gotta swing from the feet up, man? Otherwise, you're just not getting any leverage on that.
No, man, that's what they tell you, but I actually have a personal trainer, and he says you got to do it like this. Hold on, let me show you. And at this point, I think the two of you land on the roof of the reliquary, and you're having an actual some kind of martial arts battle that is not as to the death as it should be, because you're both like each other's style.
Well, if anything, it's taking Chad out from being a threat to anyone else, so I guess that's good for the time being.
Yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't take anything seriously. He's just a dirtbag.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, Fortunato's siblings are going to poison spray and acid splash everybody they can get their hands on. Constitution saving throw to everybody but Treyan, who is off on his own personal duel.
Constitution, did you say?
I did say.
17.
Saves, no damage.
Treyan just inadvertently getting out of the trouble's way.
15?
Saves, no damage.
19.
Saves, no damage. Those little plasmoids are trying to hose you all down with various acids and poisons as they fly around in their brine, but it's not really doing anything. In fact, I want to say the narrative on this is that Walter and Gale and Laser and Buddy are running interference. They're basically fighting them off at this point in the background, not letting them get in a good shot.
I got a 17, a 25, and a 14, and one of them is a fail.
Absolutely. So roll me the damage for 17 and 25, because those hit. And then if Zana is still alive, we will talk about this botch. Actually, we're going to talk about the botch regardless, but let's just get there and see what the damage is like.
13, 14.
Ooh, close. Okay. So once again, Zana shot her arteries and veins in every direction like a sea urchin, impaling a bunch of people. But you just push your body up the spine and just start hacking at her. You cut away enough blood vessels till you see the doll inside. And she says, "Not cool." And with that botch, you give her an opening to use the spell Dimension Door and teleport away. So she's you got very close to killing her.
Wait, no, it's okay. She's teleported away. I can safely use electricity and no longer risk hurting you.
Ah! Ha ha! Oh, wait, how far is she going to teleport?
You do not see her.
Oh, it is hard to hit someone you can't see.
Piccolo, you almost kill Zana. She teleports away, and we are at Treyan dueling Chad on top of the reliquary.
Listen, man. Okay, here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Now that we're on some stable land here. 1 second. Sets the duffel bag aside. It's okay. Ready? Anyway, let me show what I'm talking about. And then first two attacks. That's a botch on the first attack. Go ahead with the counter right away with that.
Okay. Let's see here. So you try to show off a cool move. 10, that misses. So the counter attack misses as well.
This is great. Second attack after that. That's a 26
That hits.
for 14. And we'll do just another flurry of blows on that. So it's like, oh, wait, my bad. Here, let me try this again. That's a crit.
Oh, shit.
So that will be 17 on that. Wow, the crit damage was really low. And a natural 19. So another 13. So total damage is 44 damage.
Holy shit. Which is interesting because you have P2, which is a magic weapon which ignores the special armor Chad found in the reliquary. If you had just been using your feet and fists, I wonder if you'd be putting out anywhere near this damage. I don't think you have the monk ability, which makes your strikes magic yet.
I do actually.
Oh, I guess then fuck me.
All of it's lightning damage, by the way, because of course. But yeah, like Treyan like really whiffs because he was fighting in the air ahead. I would just be on the ground like, oh shit, 1 second here. Wait, let me reset. Okay, now check this out, and then he just does like 3 attacks with rapid succession, flourishing up and actually somehow getting a really precise strike at almost the neck with the tip of the sword on that second strike before landing a third one and then landing kind of back in his sort of dance-like sort of idle posture afterwards.
All right, Chad reels back, and he seems pretty upset. He is the soul of a demon kind of inhabiting this suit of armor, and you see for a second just like fire and a black smoke like wreath around him, and you see like the shadow of horns kind of almost projected over this thing, like he is inside, but then he raises the Morning Star and starts like charging like a really hellacious attack for his next turn, and he says, all right, I see what you got. Now let me show you what I got for getting here first. And we're at Juniper before that attack comes.
Chad is in a suit of armor. That's metal.
Correct.
I'm gonna point my lightning that way.
All right.
So let's get a dex save from a suit of armor.
15.
15 ain't gonna do it. So let's roll that damage.
Does Treyan need to do a save as well, or is he safely far enough away?
That's a question for Austin.
No, I think you landed on the reliquary, so you can. It's not flying through the air.
Right.
31 damage.
Lethal or non-lethal?
Lethal. No more problems. Tired of being peaceful.
What does lethal mean in the context of a demon? Do they like die, or do they just like go back to demon realm?
I think we talked about this when Peter died, but in the old days, a demon dying outside of the abyss would just send them back to the abyss. But now the abyss is gone, so part of the reason they want to create a new hell/abyss is because that basically makes them immortal. Right now, as far as you know, bringing this lightning bolt down on Chad will just end the being known as Chad.
Woo!
It's lethal.
Yeah.
Demon for demon!
Little Boy Justice now is like good in most ways, but also is very okay with killing now. That's the trade-off.
That's a problem for us to solve another day. Chad's dead.
So Chad raises the Morning Star to do a flaming demon strike on Treyan, who was honestly whipping his ass, and instead a lightning bolt comes down, hits it, and his entire body just turns into a smoking wreckage as this spirit comes unattached and obliterated.
I will say that the Archaeopteryx pokes its head out of the duffel bag and Treyan covers its eyes to protect it from the sight of the exploding Chad. It's too much for the
The exploding Chad, which is the issue that happened in Florida with the 2000 election.
I was trying to work out how to make that same joke, but I don't know enough about America. I know that a hanging Chad's a thing, and that's all I knew.
There's plenty of things hanging off that Chad now, or at least what used to be that Chad, so...
Yeah. So the armor falls to the ground, like onto the roof of the reliquary, and the Morning Star goes rolling away. We are back to Little Boy Justice, and the only people left in the fight, as far as you can see, are the Fortunato siblings. But I want to say now, because you've been fighting here in this, this tornado storm in the desert, in the distance, there are some shadows coming up. It appears that the people behind you in the race are catching up.
I mean, I'm down to have Little Boy Justice fight these guys while the rest of the party goes to try and get in there while I keep them at bay with I guess some of our allies or something.
If you want to ask your allies to tie up the Fortunato siblings in a combat and then you all take off, that is a great use of the people who are on your team.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, we'll send them out. I'll be like, go, my Dalmatians.
Juniper looks at Gale and is like, just stay alive. That's all I need. Just stay alive.
Are you gonna make me? Nah.
Okay, fine. If you die, you will never hear the end of it from me. I will make sure the lecture will never end. If you die, I will find a way to haunt you and really give you a telling off about it.
Let me think. Can everyone make animal handlings to wheel around and make a sprint essentially? For Treyan, I guess that's athletics, to just run and jump off the reliquary and take to the air with your spectral wings.
Animal handling.
So Treyan will try to find Walter and then just sort of give them a big ol' thumbs up and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get there first, all right? And then we can catch up later on, all right?"
It is only fair for you to have head start. I am too fast. It's not fair otherwise.
Nice. And then Treyan rolled a 24, almost a natural 20 to jump off the reliquary and take flight.
All right, Pants for Pets LLC takes first place, actually. Let me refigure out the race order here, because Sprinkles and the other new ones are catching up. They're kind of going to be pulling into second place as the Fortunato siblings are going to tangle with the research team here, kind of in a tied third at the reliquary here. There's still tornadoes everywhere. So I think we're going to make some checks about that. I should say no one knows where Zana is, he intoned conspiratorially.
I mean, if Zana's smart, they'd have teleported, I don't know, whatever the maximum range of Dimension Door is towards the finish line.
Okay, is this one of those things where she gets infinite spell slots and secretly, like in a video game, or is this actually for real?
I mean, I have statted her like a boss monster. She has a lot, but it is not infinite, no.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're in the final sprint here. What I want is a best of 3 skill check here. So, or actually, best of 4. I want you each to tell me a skill you would like to use, and then we're all going to roll them to see who catches up.
Survival.
Stealth.
Perception, especially with some of the hazards we've been running up against.
All right, so let's do one at a time here. Athletics first. Why don't we everyone roll athletics?
14.
All right, Treyan and Little Boy Justice tie with 24. Why don't you both mark a success? You can use your death save box there. I'm trying to see who can get to 3. You both have succeeded right now. Treyan with the wings and Little Boy Justice on Spider, getting off to a good start. Let's do another stat.
A crit 22.
Damn it!
I was
Congratulations.
sat here thinking there's no way I can mathematically beat 25.
I love that. So I think at this point, Juniper, you're going to win, add 1 success. And I don't know how stealth exactly works here. Maybe it's just, gracefully moving through the tornadoes more than hiding.
The tornado didn't see us.
Yeah, the tornadoes don't see us. It's great.
All right. That was athletics and stealth. What's the next skill?
Survival.
Survival.
All right.
Oh, I have a -1 for that.
20.
Botch. 8.
Crit!
Oh,
Crit -1?
I botched
Crit?
the one I suggested.
All right. Right now, Piccolo, you win. I don't know if we should take one away for botching. I guess we should. That's only fair.
Do I get 2 for a crit then?
No.
Perception.
Perception is the same for me. 18.
Oh, sorry, 25, sorry. There we go. I'm back up to 1, baby.
All right. By my count, that means everyone has 1 success.
I mean, I think I have 2 successes, but I have 1 because 1 of mine got taken away.
All right. So everyone has 1 success, which means nobody has jumped out ahead of the pack. At this point, some of the new ones start catching up. You can look over your shoulder and you see Ray, who is a being of gold filled with lightning. You see the Trivier and you see Mulchface. Each of them are riding a 3-legged crow that is fucking huge. It is like like spider-sized essentially, and these giant birds are carrying them forth. You do not see Sprinkles, which strikes you as odd.
I wave.
They wave back. I will say 2 things here. One is, right now, you should roll hit dice if you would like to heal, because you're not being attacked. You're just riding through the air. So if anybody wants to heal up before any more combat happens, now is the time. The other thing is, if you want to make any knowledge checks about things that have happened, things that are happening, things that will happen, now is a good opportunity, because once again, we're about to plunge back into fighting.
Treyan does not need to use any hit dice because between his monk healing and fighter healing, he's back up the full, baby. Oh, yeah. And is this the benefits of a short rest, I take it?
I keep getting crit fails. Please, let me heal myself.
So after a hard-fought battle, where Pants for Pets LLC killed Chad, they make a break for the finish line. They are in first place. Let's actually go through the race order here. Red on the Zorplak appears to be in dead last. You don't know where Zana is. Behind that, all of the research team, Sydney, Laser, are tangling with the Fortunato siblings, so we'll say that's third place. And then in second place, the new ones are catching up to you in first place. So this is the scene as they are encroaching on your tail. I had you all roll to see if you could pull ahead, do some miraculous, animal handling and so forth to pull out and get to the end. But everybody succeeded only once, and so the new ones catch up to you. And we're rolling initiative here. As you see the people on your tail, all 3 of them are riding 3-legged crows. These characters, Mulchface, the Trivier, and Ray, each of them brandishing, their weapons. In fact, the thing about their weapon here, which is really interesting, Trivier has on his rapier, Ray can just wield lightning, but Mulchface swooped down and scooped up the Morning Star that Chad dropped when he died. And Mulchface says, I wonder what this does. And the Trivier turns and looks at their comrade and says, fun fact, that Morning Star belonged to the god of war. And as you all see this, the Morning Star starts to glow, and Mulchface holds it up and unleashes the power within it, its special ability here, which is swords begin raining down from the sky. This biome was created by the god of war for endless violence and conflict. The scorching sands, the dire twisters, the armory filled with armor and weapons, and this bloody morning star, which can summon a storm of steel. has now fallen into the hands of Mulchface as the new ones catch up to you and we enter the second battle at the end of the race. First up is Piccolo.
I run up to Mulchface and do my attack and go, "This is not personal. This is just sportsmanship." No. This is not personal. And, and I think I hit them twice. Hold on, let me double check.
Yeah, to remind you of the stakes, you want to create this biome so you can bring Peter back. That is what, Piccolo is trying to accomplish. They are trying to create a homeland for new ones and other artificial people like homunculi and golems, who, as you've seen, have been used as slave labor traditionally. So, I mean, not a particularly selfish wish, but you also have things you want to accomplish, That's how it is.
Right.
Okay, I run up to Mulchface and yell, "I understand your qualms, and I also disagree with the concept of slavery just because you're a construct, but don't take this personally." And then I swing twice. 16 and 26.
Both hit.
Okay, great. Perfect. Except not personal at Mulchface. I like Mulchface.
I know. I just enjoy just constantly reminding Mulchface, listen, this is not personal.
Okay, 15 and 15.
Nice. So, wow, sick hits with that axe. So you just nail Mulchface with your iridescent axe, and you are going to need to make a dexterity saving throw as swords rain from the sky around you.
Saving throw. 22.
All right. You deftly dodge and deflect each one. You take 0 damage from the swords, and we're at Juniper.
Well, yeah. So here's the problem: is I was thinking lightning, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna lightning Mulchface because Ray seems like they would be really. It doesn't seem like lightning would do anything to the being who contains a bunch of lightning already. Probably not going to be super good on them.
Well, trivia is still an option, though, so you got another target you can use for lightning.
I mean, I might... yeah, we got trivia as well, did you say?
Yeah. And also, Treyan could go in after Ray because Treyan is resistant to lightning damage anyway, so...
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just really into it.
Yeah.
I get
That's great.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, in that case, screw it. We're going with the old mainstay. We're doing Cool Lightning. So I need a dexterity saving throw.
All right, this is the dexterity saving throw for the trivia, who rolls a 3.
That's not going to do it.
Who says, opposite faces of dice always add up to 7.
Wait, what for 20-sided dice? They don't add up to 7.
You yell that over the screaming wind of the tornadoes as a lightning bolt slams into a person made of paper.
Yeah, 16 damage strikes into that paper.
Yeah. I mean, coincidentally, this is the person whose ass you beat during the time loop episode. So
yeah, it
these
is.
are rematches. And we are at Treyan.
Treyan will fly in at Ray and attempt to do just a series of attacks against him. So let's just begin with some simple P2 adjacent attacks. That's a 28 for the first attack.
Hit.
We'll just go ahead and just burn 1 key point for stunning strike.
All right. I think as a being made of gold, Ray is immune to being stunned.
That I don't know that, but go ahead. If that's the case, we can just kind of skip the roll and just burn the key point for that.
All right. No nervous system to speak of.
Right. And that's,
Well, maybe they're all nervous system if they're gold and electricity. You could disrupt the electric flow.
It's fair enough. I mean, my standpoint is just like that's a test on my part to determine whether that's even a viable strategy. Austin cleverly has a counter to that, which I think is all well and good. Next attack, 24.
Like Sherlock versus Moriarty.
24 hits. I am also just looking at the stat blocks for the kind of golems I've reskinned here, and they have condition immunities, charmed, exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned. So they just don't.
That's completely fair. So right now, that's 19 damage so far in the first 2 attacks. I'm gonna make that all. Let's make it all acid damage here. I'm going to just, also for funsies, I'm just gonna pop action surge right away and do 2 extra attacks.
While all that's being rolled, Juniper, can you give me a dexterity saving throw for the swords? I missed you.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
It's raining swords. Hallelujah.
6. I'm gonna take some damage there.
Yep, you take 10 damage as a sword clips you in midair aboard your sprout.
All right. I forgot these ones gonna be from P2, so that's gonna be an 8 damage there. 13 will miss probably.
Correct.
And then finally, burn key point, 2 more attacks as flurry of blows as a bonus action. 27 and 16. Which
Oh my
hit.
word.
So that's 15 and 12. So let's see, that's 27, 27, 35, 45, 54 damage, all acid in one turn.
Wow. I need a dex save from you. Swords abound.
13.
10 damage as well. Coincidentally,
Now-
at the roll.
Now, question is, can I use a reaction to do a deflect missiles on that?
Of course, it is a missile.
All right, so let's go ahead and do the roll here. I reduce the damage by 16, so I take no damage, and I'll spend a key point to throw the sword that hits at Treyan at Ray.
Oh my god.
That's a 21
That hits.
for an additional 7 damage. So that's
Wow.
61 damage in one round.
All right, so you fly on your, ethereal dragon wings up to Ray, who is riding his 3-legged crow, and you are, kicking the shit out of them and spinning with your sword to slash at them. They're, futilely trying to block, and as a sword comes, almost impales you through the top of the head, you just do a fucking, a backflip spin and, kick it down into their body in a really awesome way.
This is just one of those things about bugs, just like rage weapons. It's silly for me to use my reaction on, so all fun. All right, and that's Treyan's turn then.
Absolutely. Ray is going to say, "Ow! That hurt. Who are you, mister? I'm Ray."
Name's Treyan. Sorry that we're meeting under these circumstances, but, end of the world and everything.
No, I get it. I'm going to make a place where nobody ever has to worry about people like you. And if you come there, you'll choke and die. So it's all good.
You remind me of Dio.
I know Dio. Dio's my best friend.
I met Dio when they first showed up in one of the biomes.
Yeah, no, you haven't talked to Pants for Pets LLC about the fact that you know Dio, and they know Dio as well. That's just a coincidence.
Wait, you know Dio?
I think I ran into Dio when they were born. I think that's what
Wait,
it was.
what? You've been walking around with Dio's backstory this whole time?
Yep. This is a great time for, this is a terrible time for this conversation, but it's a very funny time for you to learn that. Ray is going to cast Lightning Bolt through Treyan's body and into the rest of the team. I think half of the team at least. You're wearing the lightning ring still, huh, Juniper?
I am wearing the lightning ring. I'm lightning immune.
Yeah, I think that is the way that this planet aligns here is that Ray pulls one arm back and Kamehameha blasts a hellacious lightning bolt through Treyan, who needs to make a dexterity saving throw, and into Juniper, who just sucks it up into her ring and starts firing it at the trivia, no problem.
All right, so that was a 15 on the saving throw.
All right, you're going to save. Wow, this is not a great attack for Ray, all things told. So this is going to be halved and then halved again.
No, actually, I take no damage because it's a dex saving throw because I have evasion as a monk.
Oh my lord. All right. So 2 people are hit by the level 3 spell Lightning Bolt and neither take damage.
Hell yeah!
This is just one of those things. It just so happened that Ray, was made of lightning because of a choice Sophie made, and then you had the lightning ring, and Treyan is a monk with all kinds of cool shit. So
It's been narratively established that Juniper is very okay with being electrocuted. It's just a thing.
all right, the trivia is going to run up on Juniper and say, a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and try to stab you with Zana's rapier. 23.
23 will hit my armor class. I'm sure you'll be surprised to learn.
10 damage as you get stabbed again, and you're flashing back to the trivia stabbing you and pinning you to the Justice Mobile back during that time arc. And it's just like, oh, here we are again. These two added it for the millionth time.
Your flamingo fact has got me remembering an anecdote I want to share briefly. I once won a competition on a podcast where someone was like, hey, group names for animals. Who can come up with the best group name for what a group of unicorns would be called? I called them a glitter storm of unicorns, and I won a competition.
Excellent.
That's my thing. I now can't think of them as anything but a glitter storm of unicorns.
That's exactly what I'm trying to bring to the show, is that energy of a glitter storm of unicorns. And then, Piccolo, you attacked Mulchface, so they are going to rear back with the Morning Star of the God of War, summoning up all this energy. This is the attack you saw Chad charging when Juniper killed him with a lightning bolt. Just like black and red energy getting sucked up, and then a full home run bat swing into your body. 23.
That hits.
All right. You are going to take... Oh my lord. 7.
Thanks for holding back, buddy. I totally get it. Me too. I'm having a hard time with this fight. I know it's not personal. This is multiple, just have to say.
Just to piss poor rolls. Just almost the mathematically worst roll that can happen. Just one dice lower. Mulchface swings with a weapon of a god with all the force to behead a normal person, and it just binks off of your bark uselessly.
I just give Mulchface a pat on the shoulder. Like, that was great. You did great.
This feels like you're mocking me.
Oh no, it really hurts so bad.
Yes. I knew all my training with Vimble paid off. I'm so
yes,
strong.
It did. This is an incredible fight.
All right, and we are at Little Boy Justice.
Okay. How's Ray doing right now? I feel like Ray's not doing great, but I feel like that's the only target that makes sense for me to go after because they could start fires.
Yeah, Ray is fucked up. Ray took 1 million damage.
I mean, I'm gonna fuck them up some more. I'm going to so 10 damage.
Lethal or non-lethal?
Oh, fuck.
Don't hurt them.
I guess it would have to be non-lethal, but I'm trying to figure out a good way to to make them not be a fire hazard anymore.
Aren't they in gem form? So when they're in the gem form, they're no longer a fire hazard?
Oh, yeah, if I can just pop out the gem, that's perfect.
Yeah, so Treyan is fighting Ray alongside their giant mount, and you just fly up behind on Spider, and you just use your short sword to pop their gem out.
Okay, yeah. It's like you ever use a knife for to pry something, to pop it out, so it's it sort of bends in that way that makes you kind of nervous, but then it's all okay. That's what just happened.
Absolutely.
We all do this. So yeah, that was that's my action, I guess, my move. And then yeah, I guess I think that's
Dexterity saving throw?
Oh, okay. I guess I can do that. 11.
You're going to take 8 damage as
No!
you pop out the gem. You watch it tumble down into the storm, and then bam, a sword. The pommel hits you in the side of the head as it streaks by.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's my great weakness.
Flying swords.
Yeah, man.
It's the second.
I'm only
foe
saying this
second-
now because I feel so comfortable around all of you.
I just like this is the second foe in the row that Treyan has worn down, and then someone else just sweeps it and finishes them off.
Kill steal.
I'm so sorry I didn't know you had a sword allergy. I'll be careful in future around you.
All right, everyone, strength saving throw at the end of the order as the buffeting winds from the tornadoes threaten to unseat you from your mount or batter you for damage.
That would be a nat 20 for Treyan.
28.
17.
22.
Everybody saves, including a crit, which meant if somebody would have been knocked off their mount, Treyan could have grabbed them, but that's not even necessary. You also just weave through the tornadoes perfectly.
I want Treyan to catch the gem of Ray that's falling out to keep it from hitting the ground.
Perfect and wonderful. Great roleplay. And we are back to Piccolo.
I'm going to roll to hit twice. Hold on, let me check. Yep. 23, 30.
Christ.
Do they hit?
Absolutely. Mulchface says, "You must have trained with even darker justice," his mentor.
Actually, I trained with my heart in building friendships after doing horrifying murders. I grew as a character a lot.
Wow. Holy shit.
Okay, 21 and 14.
Yep, that's actually enough. Lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal. I hit and then I go, "Don't worry, I got your gem. It's not the end. I'll hold it. Don't worry." And I gently take it out while making eye contact.
All right.
I got you.
That's great.
Yeah.
Also, dex saving throw for swords.
Yep.
Mulchface says, "Don't drop me, I'm fragile."
Yeah, of course, I got you. Don't you worry. I know we had to fight, but it doesn't have to be like that. 11.
That's not going to do it. 11, you take a sword to the back. It doesn't go all the way through, but, it does stick in your bark.
11 damage?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that was Mulchface who was holding the Morning Star of War, so it goes toppling out of the air, and these swords cease.
Oh, can I get that? Can I get that Morning Star?
If you would like to try to catch the Morning Star, can I get a sleight of hand check?
Yes. Hopefully I get this.
Yeah.
Oh, 7.
No, it's not the end of the world because you do have a really badass weapon, but it unfortunately is swept up in a tornado and lost.
Well, I kind of wanted to grab it for when Muckface regenerates. Just be nice. I didn't, kill you on a personal level. I don't want to make any more enemies.
Yeah, I think you're doing a pretty good job of making your intentions clear here. So everything's good. All that's left is the trivia. And we are at Juniper, who already has Call Lightning active. So I think I need to make a dex save.
Yeah, is it just me left that's got to beat my mirror match?
I crit on the dex save, so I'm only going to take half.
16, so that'd be halved is 8.
Yep, so the bolt hits Trivia, but also mostly gets hitting on the Zana's rapier like a lightning rod. And it actually has been struck by lightning multiple times. If you'll recall, you had it affixed to the Justice Mobile as a lightning rod during the lightning biome. I think this weapon is just fully lightninged out at this point. And it is glowing red hot. And looks like it's going to get hurt extra to be stabbed by. Trivia
Who
looks...
said
Trivia
Who
looks...
said that other people were allowed to have lightning rods? That's my deal.
Trivia looks at it and is made of Denny's placemats, so is not able to smile. But you understand body language as the equivalent of smiling, as they say, a compass needle does not point directly north.
You can't just tell me half the fact. I can't, I can't win this fight now until you finish that thought. Where is it pointing?
Did you know that dogs poop on a north-south axis because
Yeah.
they're magnetically whatevered?
Yeah, they orient themselves based on the Earth's magnetic field when they poop.
Well, we're all learning a lot. It's Treyan's turn.
I do that too.
If you're ever lost in the woods, take a look at your dog taking a shit, and you'll be okay.
After securing Ray in the duffel bag along with the Aetheropteryx, Treyan goes over to help Juniper by oh shoot! Now I forget the name of the remaining person.
Trivier.
Working on Trivier. So let's just do some attacks. 27.
Hit.
That's 10
Holy
damage.
Christ.
We'll do lightning damage there. 14.
Hits. That's the AC.
That's another 10. So that's 20 lightning damage. And then I'm not going to spend a key point. I'm just going to do one more unarmed strike as martial arts. 21.
Hits.
And that's 7. So 27 lightning damage in that little 3-hit combo.
All right. Trivier is still up. The made of paper and maps is like twisting in the wind. Your P2 is like cutting up the maps, but there is not like an obvious heart or brain or anything to strike an extremely lethal blow. Trivier turns to you, Treyan, and attempts to run you through with Zana's rapier. 21 and 14.
The first one does hit.
All right. You are going to take 22 damage. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And lightning crackles off the blade, and all the gems encrusted on it glow with heat as you're pretty badly stabbed here. And we are back to Little Boy Justice.
Is that lightning damage or just piercing damage with the lightning after effect?
It's piercing damage, and I guess
Yeah.
I was thinking that the flavor was lightning, but it's not. It's heat really more than the actual lightning itself.
Right, just wanted clarification, but got it marked down.
Yeah, so I'm coming after the Trivier. A real firefighter knows the only way to dispose of flammable papers that you don't want catching fire is with attacking with my freaking short swords.
That'd be pretty sick if firefighters ran into burning buildings with swords to try to teach the fire who's boss.
Do they not?
Not where I'm from.
That's weird. I swing with a 21.
That hits.
I swing with a 21 and the power of fire safety. Boom. 10 damage.
Wow. 10, 10, 10. Lots of 10s damage on Trivier, who is looking pretty rough, but we're at the end of the order, and now all three of the three-legged crows converge on the same spot and all begin dematerializing, like turning into magic. You knew that they were magical constructs created by Sprinkle's cards, wherever she is, but all of the magic they were constructed of begins flowing into Trivier, seemingly healing them and powering them up.
Oh, we got the phase change. Awesome.
Yep, you have hit the HP threshold for one of them to go Super Saiyan, and it's Trivier. I don't know how you feel about that.
of all of them, oh no, are we gonna get super Trivier now? Just like more obscure Trivier?
Yeah, so this is a glowing person made of maps holding a red-hot rapier. They are just being buffeted by the wind now. They don't have a mount anymore. They're almost like flying like Treyan, and they just shout, "No word in the English language rhymes with month!" And they are going to try to stab the shit out of all of you, starting with Little Boy Justice.
Oh.
26.
I mean, wait, sorry, are they, how big are they?
Normal, human, medium is...
I thought Giant Killer would come in more handy, I'm gonna be honest.
11 damage as you get stabbed by the Trivier, and we are back to Piccolo.
Hey, Trivier, just here. I'm just here to hit you, but, just like a friend, your friend can vouch for me. Nothing personal, just fighting. 20.
Holy shit, 40 damage as you rip into Trivier's paper body, and they gasp, a shrimp's heart is in its head.
And I say, did you know that dogs poop on a north-south axis based on the magnetic fields? Just trying to connect, you know?
We're at Juniper.
Okay, so I'm not gonna strike with lightning because that would be bad for people who don't want to get hit by lightning. I'm gonna try and attack them with a cool scythe because I don't think I've done that yet.
Oh my lord, yeah, that hits.
13 damage.
All right, you fly up on the sprout and you use the angel bone scythe to slash through Trivier, whose body is holding together just by a thin strip of paper. Single-digit HP points for Treyan.
All right. Let's see here. First attack, 19.
Hits.
That's 10 damage again.
Lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal, obviously.
Fresh cranberries can be bounced like a rubber ball.
And if there's is there like a component of trivia that's like equivalent to the gem that Ray was part of, or is
they're all new ones? They all have gems. Yep, there's a purple, a red, and a blue between them.
Yeah. So Treyan is going to try to make sure to catch the gem that is trivia to deposit in the duffel bag as well, for safekeeping. So it doesn't get lost in, the desert.
All right. So you just cut it free with P2, and the last new one's body crumbles away into the wind. And it's just you in front of the pack of racers. You look back, and you can see Walter and Buddy. I think Sydney and Laser are the ones you can see trying to catch up. Walter is on a flying displacer beast. Buddy is on a flying swag tusk. But you do not, this is very important, see Zana or Sprinkles. I will say they are somewhere around and you cannot see them. But Gale, Fortunato, and Red have fallen precipitously behind, and you believe have been essentially eliminated from contention.
All right, let's roll.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go, Autobots. Roll out.
Wait. Can I lay down a spike field as like a trap?
Like in the air?
Or spike growth? Because we are. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Juniper is getting moving ASAP as well.
All right. Well, I guess with that, once the new ones that Treyan has are stowed away in the duffel bag of holding, he'll look up and just like, well, all right, if we don't see anyone ahead of us, we might as well get in there first, and then starts to fly ahead to get to the new biome.
Treyan said that he's taking the lead. Is anyone else going to try to beat him, or you let Treyan go ahead?
No, I'm right up there with Treyan.
Yeah, Juniper is going as fast as possible.
Yeah, we're going it.
Not in a fuck you Treyan kind of way, but in a I'm going as fast as I can, and if I get there, cool.
But also kind of in a fuck you Treyan kind of way. Just a little bit. It's like it's there.
Let's see. Then let's contest. Animal handling comes to mind for the people on animals. Treyan, I assume athletics to flap your wings.
Yeah, either way. Fun. It's also funny because Treyan's animal handling is just better than that.
22.
16.
Oh wow. So
21.
So Treyan rolls a botch on that there.
Oh no, is it going to be Little Boy Justice over the line first?
So Little Boy Justice 22 takes the lead out of the party as you approach the end of the biome of war, this long desert. You can see it ends abruptly in a kind of white void. There's nothing obvious to see right now. It just seems like nothingness ahead of you. You can let Little Boy Justice cross the threshold first, or someone can do something about that. It's fully up to you, roleplay wise, and everything is on the table.
Okay. Anything I do, Sam, don't take personally. It's against your character, who I don't trust.
Okay.
Your character, not you. Okay.
Yeah.
Little boy just like, let's kill death. Let's kill death. That's what he's chanting as he crosses the finish line.
Okay. So if you cross first, you're still gonna do the wish that helps everyone?
I'm gonna do the we end death. Or can bring people back to life.
I will say, in character, none of you know exactly the mechanics. That's why I'm asking who goes first, because there's a risk involved. You don't know how it works.
Like, Juniper will go if the opportunity presents. Juniper is not afraid of whatever is in here at this point.
All right, can I use intimidation to scare Spider? I'm so sorry, Spider.
Listen, I was prepared for you to do whatever to my character. You're doing this to Spider? Spider's innocent.
Okay, can I use intimidation on you? Because I actually do feel bad about it. Yeah, I'm gonna use intimidation on you, and if it works, it spooks Spider because
okay,
spider horses.
Yeah,
or whatever. Is that okay?
Like the horse, like Spider's very empathic. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
It's okay to tell me no, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. 10, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, wait, what do I roll?
No, I just got a 10, and I think that just sucks. So you don't have to.
I mean, if there's a couple ways you can go about this, you can pick a saving throw that you think might be appropriate and roll it. You can do an opposed check, an opposed intimidation check. Could work as well. I think those are both fine options. It's up to, like I said, it's up to you two how you want to resolve it.
Yeah. Wait. What? Yeah. What's the thing that makes what stat is bravery?
Well, bravery would be either a wisdom save or a charisma save. One of those two would be the way to sort of resist the influence of a force to try to scare you. Would be either wisdom or charisma save.
I'm gonna do a wisdom save. I mean,
I just shout fire.
4!
Oh! Okay, so I screamed fire.
Yeah.
And that freaked you out.
Yeah. No, I get really spooked. I'm like, oh no, where? Oh!
Does that mean I get there first now? Because I was in second on that race over the line by 1 point.
Yeah.
If that's what you all want to do, that's how it's either that or Piccolo catches up.
Well, how would I catch up if...
I have no idea.
I have to be even dirtier? Oh my god, okay, hold on. Is this more dirty? Okay. Oh god, what do I...
I mean, if you want that scare to get you in to get you in first, I'm happy with you being the one in.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, it's conceivable that Juniper also would have gone fire. Oh, where?
Can I? Well, I just want to keep it fair, you know. Well, why don't I just roll stealth so you don't notice that I'm a tree flying by you?
You're putting up. You're putting up a lot of barriers to just say I do this thing. I understand.
Well, I just want. I don't know. I get weird. Mm-hmm. I feel like some good things are happening and I don't deserve it. Basically,
I understand. But
you can just do it if you want to roll a roll. We can roll rolls if you want. If you want to do a roll to overtake me.
All right, if you're cool with me just crossing the finish line first, that's cool. I could just get stomped anyway. So I'm gonna fly in. Be the first. That's allowed. I'm a tree. I'm the only native in this entire thing except for the homunculi. All right, and the new constructs. Actually, yeah.
I mean, from what we know, yeah, we gotta ask Treyan about that still.
Actually, yeah, but I'm the only native. I'm going in.
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. We take our chance and start to dance. Can see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates our senses, but we don't need the heat. A chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning might be burning down, but we're a bonfire. We keep putting in. Oh, we're a bonfire. I keep putting in, you keep putting